supplementary statutory appropriation to the 2023 Statutory Appropriation Act of the Federal Capital Territory Administration. Distinguished Senate President, further to a review of the approach to carrying out projects in the Federal Capital Territory Administration, FCTA, the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Administration has indicated that the extant approach may not be sufficient to deliver on the administration's renewed hope agenda. The Senate is accordingly invited to note that a number of infrastructural projects with potential to improve ease of transportation, provide gainful employment, and ensure positive impact on the FCT residents have been identified by the Honourable Minister. However, the current FCT statutory appropriation does not adequately capture the projects either in whole or in parts. The foregoing in view, a supplementary appropriation to the 2023 Statutory Appropriation Act for the FCT Territory Administration has been proposed. I hereby forward the proposed supplementary appropriation to the 2023 Statutory Appropriation Act of the FCTA and trust that it will receive the expeditious consideration and passage by the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Please accept, the distinguished colleagues, distinguished senators, the assurances of Mr. President's highest regard. This letter is signed directly by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The proposed augmentation of the revenue for the supplementary budget for the FCT is hereby attached. So this is referred to the Committee on the Federal Capital Territory, a Senate Committee on the Federal Capital Territory, headed by distinguished Senator Bomai, and in collaboration to work in collaboration with the Federal Capital Territory Senate Committee on Area Councils. This is a correspondence from Mr. President, distinguished Senate President, presentation of the 2024 Appropriation Bill. May I crave the indulgence of the Senate to grant me the slot of 1100 hours on Wednesday, the 29th day of November 2023, to formally present the 2024 Appropriation Bill to a joint session of the National Assembly. While I look forward to addressing the joint session, please accept, distinguished Senate President and distinguished senators, the assurances of my highest regards. Signed, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So tomorrow, Wednesday, we will have our sitting earlier, and then we will join Mr. President by 11 a.m. Clerk. Correspondence from Mr. President. Distinguished Senate President, request for approval of the Federal Government 2022 to 2024 External Borrowing Ruling Plan. I write in reference to the above subject and to submit the attached Federal Government 2022 to 2024 External Borrowing Ruling Plan for consideration and early approval of the National Assembly to ensure prompt implementation of the projects. The Senate may wish to note that the past administration approved a 2022 to 2024 borrowing plan at the Federal Executive Council, which was held on May 15, 2023. The projects cut across all sectors with specific emphasis on infrastructure, agriculture, health, education, water supply, growth, security, and employment generation, as well as financial management reforms, amongst others. Following the removal of the fuel subsidy and its attendant impact on our economy, African Development Bank, AFDB, and the World Bank Group have indicated interest in assisting the country to mitigate the impact with the sum of United States dollars 1 billion and United States dollars 1.5 billion, respectively. In addition to the Federal Executive Council's approved 2022 to 2024 external abridged borrowing ruling plan, consequently, the required approval is in the sum of United States dollars 8,699,568,559 dollars. Let me read that again. 8,699,168,000 and then 559 United States dollars. And for the euro, looking at a total of 100 million euros. I would like to underscore the fact that the projects and programs in the borrowing plan were selected based on positive technical economic evaluations, as well as the expected contribution to the socio-economic development of the country, including employment generation, skills acquisition, support towards the emergence of more entrepreneurs, poverty reduction and food security to improve the livelihood in all the 36 states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory. Considering the huge infrastructural deficit in the country and the enormous financial resources required to fill the gap in funding infrastructure in the face of dwindling financial resources, it has become imperative that we resort to prudent and external borrowing to bridge the financial gap, which would largely be applied to key infrastructure projects, including power, railway, health, among others. Given the nature of these facilities and the need to return the country to normalcy, it has become necessary to request the Senate to consider and approve the 2022 to 2024 external abridged borrowing ruling plan to enable the government deliver its responsibility to Nigerians through expeditious disbursement and efficient project implementation. I hereby forward the proposed 2022 to 2024 external borrowing ruling plan and trust that it will receive the usual expeditious consideration and passage by the Nigerian Senate. Distinguished senators, do accept the assurances of my highest regards. Yours sincerely, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is referred to our Committee on Local and Foreign Debts to report back to the Senate in 1 week. Another correspondence from Mr. President. Request for confirmation of appointment of a Commissioner for Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. Distinguished Senate President, in accordance with the provision of Section 154, subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I am pleased to forward for confirmation by the Senate the appointment of Ambassador Desmond Akawo as member representing Rivers State in the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. The nominee is to fill the existing vacancy created by the demise of the immediate past commissioner representing Rivers State in the commission. While I hope that the Senate will consider and confirm the nominee in an expeditious manner, please accept the distinguished Senate President the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The nomination of Ambassador Desmond Akawo to represent Rivers State in the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission is hereby referred to the Senate Committee on National Planning and other matters to report back to the Senate in 1 week. Into the National Assembly on Wednesday, 29th day of November 2023 for the purpose of the budget presentation. Distinguished senators are invited to note that the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federation, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, will be coming to the National Assembly tomorrow, Wednesday, 29th November 2023, to present the 2024 budget estimates. In view of the above, there is going to be restriction of access into the National Assembly at the usual entry points. So distinguished senators are therefore advised to use the presidential villa gates to get entrance into the National Assembly for the purpose of the budget presentation. Please accept, distinguished senators, the assurances of my highest consideration. This is signed by Chinedu Akpabio, Clerk of the Senate. Clerk of the Senate.